What is up, guys? This is FNH News Reviews and Tori here with a brand new video to talk about. M1 Finance. Is this investment app, technically AI investment app or robotic investment app, worth it or not? So I'm going to talk about some of the investments I have made in this app, how it works, and my personal review on it. And I'll kind of give it a rating at the end out of 5 stars, or if it's worth it or not to invest in this app, to like put your investments in this app. So just to get into it, I have a specific portfolio called the Millionaire Portfolio. Don't ask me why it's called that. Made in this specific app, and you can clearly see my app, the purchases I have. So I very heavily focused on REIT type apps, or like real estate apps where there was a high dividend rate. And you can clearly see the different. I have like 36 investments, I believe, for the app. You can see in the top app of like when you make your portfolio, which I'll discuss as well, the different types of portfolio they have, and you can clearly see I believe I put in like $100. It's down like $7 for the last quarter, and you can see it's basically down 8%. And you can even, when you scroll to the right, or like swipe to the right, I should say, you can clearly see like when I put in my second $50 in it to make it $101, and obviously it's kind of down right now. It shows you a bit more of the current value, what my starting value was, what the net cash flow was. As you can see, 99.11. The market gain, it's a net loss of $8.06. So total gain of $7.28. The reason it says that is because you earned, or I earned, 78 cents in dividends in that time frame as well. Now, just to discuss a little bit more about like the portfolio, you can obviously change the numbers, you can change the percentages, you can recalculate it, you can add pie, you can rebalance, which is one of the best features of the app, where it sees itself like, oh, you're doing bad in X, Y, and Z, but A, B, and C is doing good. It'll rebalance and restructure the app and make you go towards that. It could be good, it could turn bad, because if you're, let's say, doing good now, but let's say you were doing bad in ABC but good in XYZ, and it rebalances to match it, but it ends up being ABC starts doing good and XYZ starts doing bad, you kind of screwed yourself over. But it's a good and bad feature at the same time. It's not perfect per se, but it does work. Just to show you into the balance feature, like the details feature, this is the app. I called it this. There's no description. Oh, sorry, 34 holdings. It's a 17% expense ratio, and you can see it's 6.7 of dividends. So if I have $100 in it, at the end of the year, I'll have $6.70 given to me. And you can clearly see the targets. This is where you choose the percentages. I basically have it ranging from 1 to 4%. I might decrease it more if I want to add stuff. I believe the most you'll have with these specific types is 1% each per se, so 99. You can't go less than a percent, which kind of sucks. So you can see on this specific section, there's different. I have more than one portfolio. I don't want to show the other one. That's like more legitimate one. But you can see over here, there's like funding side. It shows you my bank account that's linked. It shows you how I can. It says auto invest all of my cash, so that's where your cash control is. You can clearly see you can like withdraw, you can invest, you can not invest. It's up to you. You can have like auto deposits on. You can see your activity, your accounts transfer. There's a borrow feature, which is new, that recently happened, where you can borrow at a low interest rate, purchase the stocks. I don't know if you can like do shorts and whatnot in this, but I guess purchase it. It could be short term, long term. You can basically see like something similar to what I'm doing. Let's say the interest rate is 1%. I don't know what they are actually, but let's say it's 1%. But you're earning 7% like mine per se, you can use that to pay this off. Again, I could be like, it could be wrong, it could not work. Theoretically, like the stock could go down, a lot of things can happen, but I'm just saying there's a borrow feature as well. This is one of the nice features I like. I like all of these types of apps to have it. It's like a research feature where you can see the different types of stuff that's happening. You can see the S&P, the Dow Jones and whatnot, and NASDAQ as well. So you can clearly see like how they're doing, how they're faring, are they increasing, are they decreasing. You can see like news happening, so you can purchase on that. You can see the stocks, you can see the funds, and they have like, again, the expert pies. This is where I was talking about. You can actually select these specific pies and then go from there. There's journal, and there's the different types of pies they have. There's general investing, there's plan for retirement, responsible investing, which are basically green and whatnot, who are like ethically responsible investors. This is like a new thing that's been happening a lot. Income earners, which is more dividend related. Hedge fund followers, so you can follow like what's his name, Warren Buffett and whatnot, and all these different other hedge funds. Industries, stocks and bonds, others. And you can basically just choose stocks in general. That's what I did. I chose the funds myself. I didn't really choose this. This is more for beginner-ish to kind of intermediate. I went in a different route. I was like, I want to choose my own specific dividend ones, and I did. I chose heavily real estate invested and whatnot. But again, you can clearly choose like general investing. Then you can see, are you trying to be a conservative? Are you trying to be aggressive? It's like on your personal needs. Oh, are you trying to plan for retirement? When do you plan to retire? It has like all the different dates. You're trying to retire in 10 years, it'll be like heavily aggressive, heavily like going in, trying to make as much as profit as possible, but risky as well. There's income earners where you can clearly see like the bank balance sheet. There's domestic dividends, global dividends, bonds, and whatnot, short-term, medium-term, long-term. And again, there's just industries. You can choose the tech industry, biotech, agriculture, and whatnot, and go from there. It depends on your preference. Like, retail's doing terrible. Screw that. Go for tech. It usually ends up doing really good. There's also commodities and agriculture, which usually ends up doing good. But then again, the trade war can screw you over. So there's like a lot of different factors. There's other strategies as well. You can clearly see over here. The best one, if you want to go for, is obviously go for the hedge fund followers. These people know exactly what the hell they're doing. They usually don't suck. They're usually risky. Even if they lose, like how Berkshire is basically losing money when Apple and whatnot, they don't really care because they're not in it for like short term. They're usually in it for long term gains. So again, it's your preference on which one you want to go for. And aside from that, it just has the pies, the activities, and the holdings. It shows you everything that's been occurring. The holdings is like the types I have. Obviously, as you can see, 2018 was good in the beginning. I purchased in like mid-ish, maybe a little before, 2-3 months ago. It started doing bad at year end, very bad at year end, which is kind of expected because in December, people usually do sell for tax purposes and it starts going up. Can't really say how 2019 will be. This is like an experimental holding I'm doing myself. I want to see how this grows. I may talk about it later on every month, maybe to show my progress. Like, I'm thinking of investing a few hundred every month, but I'm still debating on if I should take that route. And then the activity, you can clearly see, oh look, oh yeah, so it's only been 2 months. Oh look, on 11/30 I put $50. On 12/6 I put $50. Well, that's how much invested. I technically put $50. They just invested that much. One of the best features I like about this specific app is the fact that I don't have to own a full stock. It's somewhat like crypto. So I'm going to use Amazon example. I don't know what the price is, $1,200 or $1,300 per stock, I believe. Let's say I want to purchase $100 in Amazon. I technically can. It'll purchase a percentage of Amazon, which is really cool. You can't do that with stocks in general. You can do that with crypto. So for Bitcoin, you don't need one Bitcoin, which is $4,000 currently as of now. Who knows what it'll be when the video goes up to zero, maybe. No, it can't be zero. But I'm just joking. Anyways, like, you can purchase $100 of Bitcoin. You'll be like 0.01% or whatever the percentage may be for Bitcoin. For this one, it's the same. You can actually do that with stocks, which is pretty damn cool. So it's even open for the most lowest of average of investors. Like, if you wanted to purchase a Berkshire stock, I believe, what is it, a couple $100,000, you can technically purchase a Berkshire, like, percentage of a Berkshire stock, which is really damn cool. Like, I really like that feature that it's available to basically everyone. And M1 Finance is completely free now. They got rid of their fees. So literally you can just go in. They're making their money through, like, they're going down the Robinhood route, making everything free, and probably making money through, like, premium memberships, which they haven't done yet. And like loaning people money, which is the borrow, basically. They'll make money on the interest rate. They'll probably make money on like cash on the side. They'll probably have it invested, earn some very low interest, probably put like on treasury bonds and whatnot. I know Robinhood's trying to do that with the checking accounts. Maybe they'll do the same thing here. Not sure yet, but overall, I would say this app is doing good. I would like some extra features on the auto investing. Like, I would like this to be more robotic, more telling me, yo, what to do, what's the market going, the trend, buying and selling for me. It could be an experimental feature, like I just give it $100 and it does everything for me. Like, it buys on its own, it sells on its own. It could lose money, it could make a shit ton of money. It even does day trade for me. That would be nice to see these features occur in these apps. I don't think there's any robotic app, not to my knowledge yet, that does this. That would be cool to see this app do. Overall, it's been having a lot of updates. They've been keeping intact of it, and it has a decent following. I believe Robinhood's still the biggest. This is like probably, there's a few other robotic apps like these, but I personally prefer. I've tried the other ones. I didn't like them. They still have fees. They're still weird to use. They have, like, some of them have a minimum investment of 1,000. Some have 10,000, something like that. I was like, yeah, this is literally anything you want. So yeah, I'm going to leave this app in the link description below, and you guys can check it out, download it, and go from there. My personal review, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5 because of those specific features that it doesn't have. maybe even a 4, but I would say for 3.5 out of 5 now. Would definitely recommend it. Not saying, I wouldn't say it's for the most immediate investor. If you want to go for the beginning ones and just use those, yeah, you can. But obviously, you can sell the stocks over here as well. It's a bit confusing at points because I don't think you can sell right away. You gotta wait for like the next business day. So it's a weird way on how do you take your money out and whatnot. Also, or changing the stocks when the rebalancing happens. So it's a bit weird on those perspectives. But overall, it's a good app. It works. It has a different percentages to show you how you're doing in the quarter, the year, the month, the day, the week. So it has those different features and whatnot. So overall, pretty good app. I would definitely recommend it. Again, links will be in the description below for you guys to check out and go from there. And yeah, overall, I hope you guys liked the video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, FNH out. Peace.